Welcome to the Orange Bowl in Miami. Dick Enberg with Merlin Olsen. A playoff environment. 75,000 plus a sellout. It's warm, 80 degrees. Uwe von Schamann kicks it off to the Raiders. The defending Super Bowl champions fighting for a wild card spot. Doki Williams at the 20. Hammered at the 25. Rodell Thomas, who made the hit, has not gotten up. A 26-yard return by Darrell Doki Williams of the Los Angeles Raiders. So Merlin Olsen, as Mark Wilson comes on the field with the Raider offense. Let's check his compatriots, Kenny King and Marcus Allen, who leads the NFL in touchdowns with 14. Malcolm Barnwell, who's having his best year. Todd Christensen and Dave Casper. We expect to see the two tight ends to open the game for the Raiders. They are the offensive linemen to block for Wilson, Davis, Marsh, Dolby, Marvin, and Lawrence. King forced outside, and it'll be a loss of 3. Charles Bowser, third-year man from Duke, made the play, forced it wide, and he has excellent speed. Makes it. He leads the Dolphins in tackles this year.
Great penetration to force King to try and change his route. And King stumbled. I think there's some loose turf out there. This field chewed up badly by the play during the rainy season. Looked like his leg kind of went out from underneath him, Dick. But there is Bowser taking advantage of that miscue with help from Langford, and it forces a 3rd and 3 situation.
Now it's 3rd and almost 4 as the ball is at the 31-yard line. Wilson to Marcus Allen, and he can't hang on. Defense has held on the first series. And by the way, Don McNeil was on the field on that 3rd and 4 for Miami. Okay, there's Dan Marino looking for the NFL record with his 37th touchdown pass. Nathan and Bennett, the running backs. Duper and Clayton, the speedsters outside. The tight end, Dan Johnson. Offensive line of Easler, Foster, Stevenson, an all-pro center. Newman, the strongest, and Cleveland Green, who did a great job on Gastineau Monday night.
Doesn't have any rest. He's got Howie Long this week.
35-yard line they begin, and Marino guns it off the chest of Mark Clayton, who was open on the near sidelines, had fallen, gotten up, and the ball was there. Mike Haynes in the coverage.
And it would appear, Dick, that this fragile turf is going to be a factor. Clayton planted his feet. They literally shot out from underneath him. He left a couple of big tear marks in the field, and had that ball bounced into the air, would have been tough.
We saw the front 3 of the Raiders, Van Pelt, Millen, Squirick, and Martin. Millen starting after being out for 5-6 weeks. Hayes and Haynes. What an interesting story. The 2 all-pro cornerbacks against the young speed of the Dolphins, Davis and McElroy. And McElroy will be a busy man because he's going to be playing that deep safety spot.
He's looking into the eyes of the quarterback all day.
Joe Carter in the backfield now for Miami, 2nd and 10. And it's Carter with the call. A gain of 6. Carter ripped off a long run of over 50 yards in the preseason when Miami won at Los Angeles in the Coliseum against the Raiders. All right, 3rd and goal at the 3. Marino intercepted. This could be a touchdown for Mike Haynes. Haynes at the 50, and he's going to go all the way. 96 yards. Well, Marino took him down the field, but the pass for the touchdown went to the Raiders. Oh, my.
The one thing that Dan Marino has not done during this year is to throw the bad passes, to throw the interceptions. It looked like he came late on that pass and looked away from the receiver briefly, came back and fired before he knew where the receiver was. A chance for you to see it at home, and it looked to me like a late adjustment by the receiver, and I believe Marino threw as he turned back to the inside. It was Duper that he wanted, number 85, but it was number 22, Mike Haynes, that he got.
There was a little pressure on Marino, and in that drive, despite the fact that Marino threw the ball well, the Raiders did have pressure on him. Chris Barr adds the extra point, and the Raiders lead 7-0 on a dramatic early touchdown by Mike Haynes, 96 yards. It appeared that Marino didn't even see the defensive back until he was showing his numbers going the other way.
That's Marino reacting to the play. He chased for a while, realized there was no way he could catch. Started with a bad snap, Dick. That may have gotten Marino off on the wrong foot. And it looked like Duper feeling that Marino was not going to throw the ball on time, was making an adjustment. Mike Hayes, just reading the quarterback beautifully on that play, picked it up and showing you excellent speed all the way through. I think what happened, it was a quick pass play, a timing play. The bad snap here made it impossible for Marino to get up and get that ball off quickly.
It looked like there was a black jersey coming fast, too. So there's the veteran Haynes, acquired last year by the Raiders from the New England Patriots. His 32nd career interception is also his second career touchdown. 23-year-old Dan Marino has just broken the record shared by two Hall of Famers, George Blanda and Y.A. Tittle. As he said, I never saw Tittle play. I saw Blanda kick.
Look how Marino avoids the rush here and then has time to spot his receiver. Cephalo had broken away on that side from, who is that? Otis McKinney. Good job by Cephalo of getting himself open.
They have only 4 touchdown passes to their wide receivers this year, however. He goes deep, and Williams is open. 35-30, and Doki Williams out of bounds at the Miami 19-yard line. Lyle Blackwood, the veteran from TCU, knocking him out of bounds, a 47-yard play.
Doki Williams, we're going to see more and more of him in the Raider lineup. They like his speed. Look how they're trying to keep him on the line of scrimmage. That's Langford, 44, but Doki just blazed away.
2 extra defensive backs in for Miami on 3rd and 8. Oops.
Well, we got 2 people in motion. Penalty.
Wilson throws to Barnwell. He fumbles, and it's Miami's ball. They'll carry it out. William Judson to the 28-yard line, and they'll decline the penalty. Dan Marino goes to work. He's moved the ball very effectively against the Raider defense. Joe Carter hemmed in. Reggie Kinlaw back in the lineup for the Raiders, and they're getting healthy at the right time. They had lost Millen and Kinlaw out of the middle of that defense. They're both back now and starting today. Jim Plunkett is healthy. He threw the ball extremely well in practice yesterday, we thought. And the thumb injury suffered by starter Mark Wilson is finally healed. But it's Dan Marino's day thus far. 2 touchdowns, 1 on an interception to Haynes, 97 yards, and then he sets the record as he hits Jimmy Cephalo. So 3rd and long for Wilson. And intercepted by Judson. 20, 10. Marcus Allen makes the tackle at the 6-yard line. And you get the feeling we may see Jim Plunkett before this day is through.
Tremendous pressure. The Dolphins able to get people free and into Mark Wilson's face. Wilson with that kind of pressure, you sense right here, he sees the white shirts coming at him, fired that football and just overthrew his intended receiver right here over the head of Barnwell and right into the arms of William Judson.
2nd and goal from the 6. It's tied at 7. 13 minutes left in the first half. Tony Nathan, touchdown. So Jimmy Cephalo has the first touchdown for him receiving this year, and Tony Nathan his initial touchdown rushing. Usually it goes to Pete Johnson down close.
Miami Dolphins give their fans another reason to celebrate here. Nathan just showing you explosive quickness here. Found a small opening and looked like a ping pong ball being knocked up into the air. He was literally almost knocked into the end zone on that play.
Took him 9 seconds after the pass interception by Judson, and Von Schaman trying to give them a 7-point lead. Hit the crossbar. He hit the crossbar, or was it blocked?
I believe it was blocked. Good penetration by the Raiders.
Sean Jones from Northeastern of Boston, able to fly swat that. Let's see it from, I think we got an end zone camera down there, don't we? Yeah,
You'll
right from
see
the crossbar.
number 99 right here. Sean Jones, 6'7". Watch him go up. The big hand right in the center of your screen. Blocked it, knocked it away. Got that full reach and extension at the perfect second.
And how often do those missed extra points come to bear later in the game? 39-yard line. Only the third first down for the Raiders in this game. 13-7 Miami. 12 minutes, 17 seconds left in the half. Marcus Allen, 35-30. Look at that move down to the 25-yard line, and Blackwood got just enough of Marcus Allen to trip him up after a 15-yard gain. Let's pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC television network.
This is WNBC TV, New York.
Dave Casper joins Christensen, the two tight ends to the right, with Casper as the wing. First down. Allen again. Oh, what a change of direction. Touchdown.
We often talk about the ability of quarterbacks to see the field, to read the receivers, to know who is open and who is covered. Great running backs also have to have that kind of vision. Marcus Allen starts a play to the left and breaks all the way back against the grain. Excellent blocking, but mostly it was Allen's ability to see that opening develop and then the quickness to take advantage of it that allowed him to get into the end zone.
All right, the try for point for the lead, and Chris Barr nails it through, and the Raiders lead for the second time, 14-13. So Marcus Allen, aided by an excellent block from Henry Lawrence. 3rd and 6. Wilson going for 6, and there's Barnwell. Just broken up at the last moment by Don McNeil. Oh, what a play by McNeil. He was beaten and hustled back to do what Mike Haynes has been doing to the Dolphin receivers.
Henry Lawrence had returned to the line to give Wilson some protection on this play. Barnwell open in the end zone, blew by McNeil on that play, and McNeil making the reaction, as you said, Dick, got back, got his hand on that football. When you talk about great defensive backs, you talk about their ability to close on the receiver. You saw it right there. Great ball reaction.
Chris Barr will try a 44-yard field goal. And he has 3 more Raider points. Barr just easily swinging that leg through, had the wind at his back, and the Raiders build their lead. Right, here we go. Ball inside the 1. 9 seconds left. You're going to run or pass it?
I almost believe they're going to run the football.
Oh, yeah, I'm guessing pass. Because if they run it and are stopped, then they miss the field goal altogether.
You're right. They've got to, but of course, if they run it wide, you still have the option of going out of bounds and stopping the clock. But they've got the big men in there. They're not going to run it wide. Oh. They're balancing the line.
They are going to run, and Bennett does not get in, and the clock runs out on the Miami Dolphins. 2-1. The gamble backfires, and what a lift that'll give Tom Flores' Raiders as the first half comes to a rather surprising close. The first half statistics, the Dolphins dominating ball control. The bottom line there, nearly 19 minutes to 11. The pass interception for a touchdown, a key for the Raiders. Yards passing in the Dolphins' corner, just a few more yards rushing for the Los Angeles Raiders.
Raiders offense proving that they could move the ball in this first half too. They have exploited the running weakness of the Miami defense.
The shower has stopped. The grass will be wet here in the third quarter. Alzado again, and his attack has been to slant sharply in from defensive end. That's the 3rd time he's made a tackle in the backfield with that kind of penetration.
Alzado, along with this Raider defense, really feeling the challenge of this opportunity to play this Miami offense, and they're coming off a hot streak. They have been playing excellent defense over the last 5 or 6 weeks. And
with Merlin Olsen, Dick Enberg, welcome back to the Orange Bowl. 2 quality teams in a playoff environment, and the Raiders leading 17-13 over the favored Dolphins. Raiders ball first down at their 49. Early in the third quarter. Kenny King, rare carry for him, and the former Oklahoma star. There he is, Dave Casper, the other tight end, and the veteran from Notre Dame. Gets 6 more on the board for the Raiders.
Well, the Echoes goes to the post. That's not really a true post pattern, but this is what the Raider coaching staff put in to take advantage of the 2 tight end situation. Casper just sliding in from the right-hand side. You'll see him coming into the picture right there, number 87. Breaking open across the middle, working on Charlie Bowser, 56, the linebacker. And Casper has put 6 points on the board. Barr will see if he can put up a 7th.
It's good. So Casper only 3 catches all year, but 2 of those for touchdown. And with 9:35 left in the 3rd quarter, Raiders 24, Miami 13. 24-13, and Tom Flores in the catbird seat at least here early in the 3rd quarter. Marino goes to work. There's free is Mark Clayton. Oh, he almost fumbled it in the celebration, and now you can let it go. Clayton's 13th touchdown of the season. Almost an embarrassing moment for the young man from Louisville, as he got a lucky bounce and a 64-yard touchdown. 38th of the year for Marino.
There was a collision between McElroy and Mike Haynes right here. The 2 of them clashing together right on the heels of Clayton, knocking each other off the tackle, and Clayton has it all alone as he goes down. And what a lucky bounce. That ball bounced right up into his hands. Doing his celebrating a little early, and I'm sure there'll be a small lecture from Coach Shula during film time on Monday.
92-yard drive engineered by Marino, strictly with the pass. Von Chaman gets the extra point. With 4 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter, the Dolphins are back within 4.
Let's look again at the reason for that play's success. It was McElroy coming across and diving across at the receiver and bumping into Haynes right there. They literally knock each other off and free Mark Clayton down the field.
And Clayton may have learned a lesson. 91 yards engineered by Marino. It showed a couple of tough plays on 3rd down, and Clayton 64 yards on the payoff, and it's a 24-20 lead for the Raiders. Von Chaman sends Greg Pruitt too deep in the end zone. The Raiders will take the touchback. Marcus Allen stopped cold, and now listen. Golden Walker will drift back. Ray Guy to punt.
Big plays early in the game by the Raider defense, but right there, Chuck Studley's defense came up with an extremely big play. A.J. Dewey, man first on the scene in that tackle, and now the Dolphins will have excellent field position from which to attack the Raider defense.
Walker is playing really shallow. He's all the way up to the 33-yard line. Guy can kick it farther than that. And does. Walker all the way to the 15 and out of bounds at the 17-yard line.
Ooh.
He was out of bounds when he lost the ball.
Oh, he lateraled that ball. Very dangerous maneuver. Not the kind of thing a coach is going to be happy to see. Very dangerous.
Ray Guy, like a hitter, looking at the center fielder saying, you're playing that shallow, watch this one, and he boomed one. 56 yards. Bennett breaking the tackle. 40, 50, finally out of bounds at the 38.
Rod Martin, number 53, missing the tackle on Woody Bennett on the outside. Good blocking on the inside to pin down the Raider defense. The center, Dwight Stevenson, doing an excellent job on that play. You'll see him right in the center of your screen on Reggie Kinlaw, number 62. His job to cut Kinlaw off. Not only cut him off, but got a second block on Matt Millen. Tremendous job. Now watch the play by Bennett. Running right out of the tackle of number 53, Rod Martin. Leg strength. Broke away and then showing some surprising speed for a big man.
With the injury to Andre Franklin, Bennett is the leading rusher for the Dolphins this year, and that was his longest run, 23 yards of the season. Marino now in Raider territory, gets it out to Nathan, ducks the tackle. 20, 10, down at the 11-yard line as he ran by Jack Squirek.
You very often see a quarterback duck underneath the on-rushing defensive lineman. That's exactly what Tony Nathan did as Squirek tried to come over the top. Watch it yourself. Squirek coming from the inside. Looks like a sure tackle. Nathan just ducks underneath his arm and heads upfield. Picks up an extra 15, 20 yards before he's finally knocked down.
Well, you talk about Marcus Allen, a great all-purpose player, but so is Nathan. He really does the job for the Dolphins in the same regard.
Certainly does. Great pass receiver, too.
At the 11-yard line, Miami trying to strike for the lead, and there it is! Marino has his third touchdown of the game, 11 yards to Clayton. 14th touchdown. That's a Miami record. Clayton breaking Matt Moore's single season mark.
The challenge continues. Clayton man-to-man on Lester Hayes. Hayes all over Clayton, but Marino didn't care. He threw the ball in there anyway, and Clayton caught it. Watch Hayes. You can't cover much better man on man. He's right on top of him, but Clayton just goes up in the air right over the top of Lester Hayes and catches the ball anyway.
Oh, great coverage, too. Now for the extra point try, which in its own way has been an adventure. Von Schaman trying to make it 27-24. The Dolphins have regained the lead. And after that onside kick by the Raiders when they had an 11-point lead, were unable to move the ball. Boy, Marino in no time at all in this third quarter has marched his team to 2 quick touchdowns, both by pass. 39 touchdowns for the year for young Dan Marino.
And this one, again, shows what tremendous confidence he has, not only in his arm, but also in his receivers.
And Mark Clayton, you know, Merlin, he was the 29th wide receiver selected a year ago in the draft. 29th out of Louisville. Last year he caught 6 passes. This year he has 13 touchdown catches.
Well, he certainly drew some high praise from Lester Hayes, the man trying to cover him on that play. He said, I cannot believe the improvement that Clayton has made just since the preseason game when we played them earlier in L.A.
Marcus Allen. 3 yards. Mark Brown down at the bottom of the pile, 51, along with Baumhauer, 73. Boy, he is a bull in the middle of that defense.
2 tight ends in the ball game. Dave Casper, you saw him catch a pass earlier for a touchdown. He's blocking in this situation. Really a tough blocker, excellent blocker, blocking on Charlie Bowser, number 56. Kept him right out of the play.
And that is the end of the third quarter here in Miami's Orange Bowl. The score, the Dolphins 27, the Raiders 24. The Raiders trailing by 3, 27-24, have the ball at their, statistically, the 25. The ball over the 24-yard line. Wilson in trouble. And now throws for Doki Williams, and this could be a touchdown. The Raiders take the lead. And it was Wilson extricating himself from the pressure and finding Doki Williams on a broken pattern. We would guess 63 yards and a touchdown.
See the motion on the far side of the field and the official over to talk to them, but Doki Williams showing you that blazing speed. Wilson trapped in the backfield, was able to swing to the outside. And let's watch Doki as he finally sees his quarterback in trouble and now breaks upfield. William Judson, 49, the man trying to catch up with him, just does not have enough speed to match strides with Doki, and Doki will carry it in for 6 points.
75 yards officially on that throw. What a game this is. Very important extra point because that gives the Raiders more than a field goal lead. It's now 31-27.
Again, the look at Wilson here. Now watch the pressure from the right side. He literally is trapped here. That's Baumhauer, 73. He gets away. Remember, Baumhauer playing with that injured ankle could not keep stride with Wilson, and he gets the job done.
And the crowd certainly is a
Very
different
quiet.
audience.
Very quiet. Well, Marino knows how to get him back in the ballgame. And he could do that. He is such an explosive quarterback. Of course, he has great tools to work with.
There he goes deep. Intercepted by Haynes. His second interception of the day. 40. He has one touchdown. 50. 40. Mike Haynes finally knocked down at the 15-yard line, and there's an all-pro cornerback. 56 yards unofficially on the return to go with a 97-yard touchdown return in the first quarter.
Jimmy Cephalo, number 81, the intended receiver. And Mike Haynes had a good jump on the football. He'll be outside on this play. You should see him right there. He read it all the way. Left his man, cut inside, left Duper, number 85, and just stole the football from Jimmy Cephalo. Upfield, showing some good running skills. New England, they said this young man could have been a running back, could have been a wide receiver.
There is Otis McKinney, out of breath after helping Mike Haynes downfield. Lesser, hey,
look at both those guys. Look at all the oxygen there. They're all working on the oxygen over there. We talked about the humidity. Even though the sun has been down for a long time, it is still a hot and humid night. And believe me, the running that those defensive backs are doing tonight, they're more than earning their salaries out on this field.
2nd and 8. Allen, who's over the 1,000-yard mark for the season, doesn't get the first down yardage. Out of bounds at about the 7.
Excuse me, Casper continues to throw excellent blocks. It's interesting, in this 2 tight end situation, he's actually got Todd Christensen blocking. Christensen doesn't really like to block, but Casper has been doing such a great job of blocking that Christensen almost by comparison had to start blocking in there.
Did you see Langford on that play? Casper knocked him down. Then Hawkins came out, knocked him down again, and he still got in on the tackle, the cornerback for Miami. There's Allen with 97 yards today to lead all rushers over the 1,000-yard mark again. A big play, 3rd and 2.
Great time for play action here if they can use it. Nope. It goes to Allen outside. He'll have it.
He walks it in. The 16th touchdown of the season for Marcus Allen. Our NBC Sports sign stopping him as he goes through the end zone. He was skidding over in that concrete area or sharp area trying to stop his momentum.
Martin waving a sole digit to the fans and saying, hey, we're number 1. We'll prove it right here. 6:07. Still a lot of time left in this ball game, and this might be an opportunity if you could get in to block that extra point to make something happen here for the Dolphins.
Barr's try for point is good. So after the interception by Mike Haynes, and boys, he played an important role in this game. 3 Allen runs and the 15 yards consumed. The last 6 on this scamper through the right side untouched. Marcus Allen gives the Raiders a 38-27 lead. 450 yards passing for Marino. Looking for a touchdown. He's got it to Duper. Touchdown passes for Marino, and Tom Flores says, will this game ever end?
You saw Marino burn Lester Hayes On the right side, he comes back in a similar situation, throws to a well-covered Mark Duper right over the top of 22 Mark Haynes. It's Haynes right there leaning back. He's all over the receiver, can do nothing to stop it. A perfectly thrown ball and a great catch.
86 yards in 10 plays. Boy, Marino has put him on a 91-yard march, 83 yards, 86-yard marches for touchdowns in the second half. Try for a point by Von Schamann. It was in this spot in the first half where he had one blocked, and that is a very important play in this game, because had it not been blocked, it would be a field goal game. A flag is down. Instead, the Dolphins have to get the ball back and score a touchdown, not a field goal. 38-34. What a game. Let's go back to the big play, the extra point try, the second touchdown of the Dolphins. This would have made it 14-7 Miami. Watch 99 in the middle of your picture. Sean Jones gets that left hand up, and that now forces Miami to think touchdown, not field goal.
And let's think with Shula for a second here. Do you try the onside kick, or do you kick it deep and give your defense an opportunity to go after the Raider offense? There's Sean Jones on the sideline. He's been playing a great deal in the defensive line. Youngster out of Northeastern has really made a strong adjustment to the game. Had a lot to learn, but is coming on. They're very proud of him on the Raider side of the field. I'm sure they're proud of him for what he's done tonight.
You know, if the Dolphins get the ball back and should get it back deep in their own end, the way Marino's going, believe it or not, that long time record of Norm Van Brocklin, most yardage passed in a single game, could be in jeopardy, but it would take the right circumstances. Von Schamann, will he kick it deep? The Raiders don't think so.
They're setting up for a possible onside. Loading up on the left side. There it is. The onside kick.
Casper bobbled it, but Otis McKinney appeared to fall on it for the Raiders.
The ball was free at one time. Let's see who came up with it. I'm sure they're fighting for it at the bottom of that stack. The Raiders come up with the ball.
1:52 remaining. The Raiders by 4. 3rd down and 6. Will the Raiders throw a pass here to try to get the first down? Nope. Look at Allen. He might go all the way. Marcus Allen of the Raiders has scored again. His 3rd of the game. Oh, my.
And the pressure is off on the Raiders sideline. Tremendous reaction to Allen as he started to his left. That whole Miami defense, anticipating the run, started to their right. Allen registered that, made a quick cut back against the grain, and jumped one player, and he was gone. Tremendous vision. Watch him starting to the left here, now sees the defense overreacting and just uses his speed to break it away and take it to the end zone.
What a player. Marcus Allen, 156 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns to extend his NFL lead to 17 touchdowns this year.
Talk about great players making the big play in the big game.
And Barr adds the extra point. Would you have believed when we walked in the stadium today that the Miami Dolphins would give up 45 points to the Raiders? Again, now the clock will run. No more timeouts left for the Dolphins. This game is in the book, and the Raiders have won it. Here's how it developed. Barr with a field goal of 44 yards. The goal line stand stopped the Dolphins. Then the Raiders came back, and it seesawed back and forth. Clayton, a couple touchdown receptions. Williams with a long. That may have been another big play.
That may have been the real backbreaker.
So Marino and Howie Long, who saw each other many a time during the course of this game, and Long pressuring the brilliant young quarterback. Marino sets the all-time record, now has 40 touchdown passes, but it's an empty mark for Don Shula and the Dolphins because they go out a loser only the 2nd time this year. And the Los Angeles Raiders, the Super Bowl champions, have shown that they certainly are a team we'll be watching carefully in the playoffs again. 45-34.